Just doing a quick follow-up video to my laptop video from a few days ago on the MSI Crosshair 16. I mentioned some power issues and there were a couple of questions about that. So I was going to reformat my laptop anyway. So I'm going to show you what's going on with it and how to fix it step by step. Also though, when I was doing it, I ran into another, I won't call it an issue, but something that many people may not be aware of. So let me flip my camera around and show you. So when you get to the point where you're needing to install Windows to a drive, it's not going to detect your drive. This is the newest version of Windows 11. I just downloaded it yesterday, March 11th. So what you need to do is basically go to MSI's website, download the storage drivers. Once you have, put them on your flash drive or wherever you're going to put them. I have mine right here on the flash drive. Just simply select them, hit OK. And now it's going to ask you which one to install. I'm going to be honest, I'm not sure which one it is, but either of them work. So I just click that one. It's going to go ahead and scan again for the drives. Once it's finished scanning, it'll then pop up your drives and you'll have your options where you're going to install Windows at. Another thing I forgot to mention, I just might as well just label this as like a little quirk video on how to fix things, is this issue. Going back to drivers, so when you load Windows 11 on this thing, it will not detect your Wi-Fi. So what you basically have to do is, if you're lucky enough like me, you have a my desktop right here, plug it into the Ethernet down here. Once it's done, it's going to identify. There we go. We are now connected. So this isn't specific to this laptop, but it's something people complain a lot about Windows 11, how they don't want to use a Microsoft account. I have no problem with Microsoft accounts. The only issue I have is once you sign in with one when setting up, and then once you log in, it'll immediately start downloading your files from OneDrive, and that's something I don't want. I'd like to be able to access my OneDrive files basically from the web, not downloaded to my PC. So here's a quick tip in case you don't already know this. You simply click sign in, and you can 100% put in your real email here. I'm not going to put mine in so you can see it, so I'll just put it. I'll put in bob@gmail.com. See, and then I hit next. Okay. Now, by the way, in order for this to work, it has to be a real email that has a Microsoft account attached to it. This is obviously not mine. All I got to do, just whatever, fake password, just hit a bunch of buttons, hit sign in. It'll say, oops, something went wrong. You can simply hit next, and then it bypasses the whole Microsoft account sign in. So just a quick trick for anyone who didn't know that. So this is what you get by default performance. Notice how the CPU is running 0.76 gigahertz. It will go up over 1 gigahertz, but yeah, it sits under a gigahertz most of the time. It does bounce up. Let's say you open up Edge or something, and then I go back over. Yeah, you can see it did bounce up there for a second, 1.73, 1.48. But the problem is you get some stutters and slow performance with this. So let me show you. If I go into Control Panel, and then we'll go to the power settings. Let's see, power. All right, power options. Notice how the only plan here you have is balanced. There is no other plans available. So let me go ahead and pull that command up and put it in and show you what happens. All right, so I got my video up that has the command prompt in it, or the command in it that you need. I'm going to go ahead and copy this. Oh, dang it. Try this again. Copy. All right, so we're going to go ahead and copy that. And then we're going to go to command prompt. All right, so we got the command prompt up. I'm going to go ahead and copy that or paste that in. There we go. Boom, command has run. And now if I go back to the power settings again, let's go ahead and go back, Control Panel, power options, and boom, notice how we have high performance now. Now, let's say I go into, let's go back to Task Manager. Notice how the CPU is now running 4 plus gigahertz, 3.7, 3.5, but it's not going to drop down to that 0.7, 0.5 we were seeing a minute ago. It constantly stays up at a higher speed, which means you don't get the little hitches when you're just doing simple things like opening up, a game or a browser, whatever. It generally stays above its base frequency, which I believe is 2.4 gigahertz. So it runs much better. So that's pretty much everything I got on the laptop. And just in case anyone was curious, yes, I did update the laptop before I showed you the speed on it. I also did install things like the INF drivers and chipset drivers for it. So there should have been no reason why it wasn't showing that high performance power plan or running at the full speed like I wanted it to. So yeah, that's pretty much everything I have on the laptop. If you have any other questions, feel free to ask. I'll continue in answering them, as long as I have the laptop pretty much. Thanks again for watching. See you in the next video.